Hey, what's going on? This is Jean-Marc here talking about how to hire a 24/7 salesperson for sales for cents on the dollar, rather. Now, here's the big reveal. When I talk about a 24/7 salesperson, I am talking about the use of specific technology and content to connect with sales leads on a deeper level. So, we're going to cover some ways that we can create these salespeople for ourselves in our business. Now, I learned about this pretty much in the background of my life for a while and in business. But it really became apparent to me when I found myself whipping out my credit card for this specific course that was going to talk about how to get better at your sales prospecting, figuring out products, things like that. And the person that created had screen shares. And as I love to do when I'm checking out these screen shares, try to figure out when this happened. And this course had been created over 2.5 years ago. That may not be a big deal to you, but in technology, in digital marketing especially, you know that in 2.5 years, a lot changes. Typically, technology becomes obsolete at that point. And this person had used the power of certain 24/7 sales people in order to get me ready to buy something that was years old. Now let's talk about some of these salespeople. All right. First off, it's going to be consistent social media posting. When it comes to social media, a lot of people get frustrated. I talk in the post about a buddy of mine, and he is very happy and willing to pay $10,000 a ticket if he needs to for specific business improvement courses and seminars. And in a latest one, he actually encountered this big name in the business who explained social media was pretty much a sham. It was pointless in this expert's opinion. And I would have to agree with the sentiment. I see where he's going with it. I see that social media sometimes can feel a bit pointless. But if you look at it as a place to start conversations and deliver value, it can actually be very valuable for me. And it's allowed me and customers to actually create sales deals with it. Because if you're using social media as a way to stay in front of people, then you're able to touch them multiple times, more than any other platform. People will typically cut you off at some point if you keep emailing them without their permission. But if you keep showing up in their social feeds, they're less likely to cut you off and to turn you off, which is great because it lets you stay in front of people. So I don't even get upset if someone doesn't want to do a deal with me immediately, because as long as I can add them as a LinkedIn connection, listen, man, I'm going to flood LinkedIn with content. So I know eventually if they're ready to buy, when they're ready to buy, they'll reach out, and they have, which has been very helpful. Another 24/7 salesperson is going to be chatbots with AI. You can see on my site, you can see I love to use this tool because it allows us to create deals and set up meetings and conversations at any time. I actually had the recent excitement of waking up to find I had my first potential deal with an international customer. Very exciting off of the blog. And what's interesting is that this happened at 12:01 in the morning. Now, at 12:01 in the morning, I am asleep. I love to get sleep early. If I can, I'm in Colorado. That's what we do. But if I needed to actually engage with this person, how was I going to do that? They're in a different time zone, they're just on a different clock, and I'm not going to be working when they're working. So chatbots allow for us to be available 24/7. And I was able to wake up to a meeting on my calendar, which was a great benefit to me, as you can imagine. And one more important 24/7 salesperson I've had the privilege of benefiting from is video social selling, specifically personalized video social selling. So that means I'm going to people's profiles and I'm recording a video introducing myself and explaining how meeting me would be beneficial to their company. So it turns out one day I'm sitting around and just doing my business stuff. All of a sudden, a meeting pops up on my calendar. It says, "Meet me here. We're going to have coffee here," and a name I don't recognize. I'm thinking, okay, is this a scam? Is this some kind of spammer? This is weird. Someone has my calendar. And I know I attach my calendar to different tools. So it's possible to happen before. But what's great about the forms I use is that I always ask for a phone number in case we need to update something or change plans last minute. So I see this phone number and I call the number. And this guy explains to me that he's actually, yes, a real person, a marketing executive that works for a French based software company. And he was looking for help and wanted to meet to go ahead and talk more about what I do. That is the power of video, because check this out. When I actually looked it up, we hadn't spoken. I actually sent him a video 6 months prior. 6 months prior. So 6 months, hear nothing, but he eventually gets back because my personalized video is sitting there in his LinkedIn messages. And as you know, you get a live preview now with LinkedIn. So all he sees is me doing this in in his LinkedIn message box, and he eventually clicks and decides to set the meeting. So that's going to be the benefit of having a 24/7 salesperson. You don't have to rely on a specific time. You don't have to rely on just a specific setup. It can happen anytime. That's the benefit. And this has been me, Jean-Marc St. Laurent, talking about how you can hire a 24/7 salesperson in order to rock your business and do a lot of awesome things for you when you don't have the time, or you're not capable, or you're sleeping or what have you. Anyway, take it easy. Talk to you later. Peace.